Okay, today we're going to talk about the highest and lowest points in Iowa and the past few governors of Iowa. So to get started with, highest point, as you can see here off of enchantedlearning.com, is Hawkeye Point in Osceola County, and lowest point is where the Mississippi River and Des Moines River meet. As I talked to you about earlier when we first started Iowa history, I said it's almost as if God reached down, put his little finger on northwest Iowa and pulled up, and that tilted everything else down. So highest point is Hawkeye Point. It's way up here in northwest Iowa. Lowest point is where the Des Moines River, which you can't see very well, it's right running through here, meets with the Mississippi River near Keokuk. Okay, highest point, Hawkeye Point. Lowest point is the river, Mississippi River, near Keokuk. Hawkeye Point, when you look at it along the highway, if you've ever driven up to Minneapolis with your mom or dad to go to a Vikings game, of course, you've driven past Hawkeye Point, and when you're driving past it, it looks just like a normal farm. There's a little sign here that says Hawkeye Point, highest point in Iowa, and if we turn here, you can kind of see it. It's this farm right here. It doesn't look like a mountain or a hill or anything. It's just the highest point. There's what it looks like when you drive up onto that farm. It was a family farm, and the people are, I'm not sure if they're still living there or not, but they have donated some of the land to develop this very nice scenery. So you can go and stand and take your picture in front of Hawkeye Point, and it's not too far away from us. There's some other pictures of Hawkeye Point. When they first discovered that this was really the highest point in Iowa, after doing some geographical surveys, this is what it looked like for Hawkeye Point. Obviously, this is a lot better. So, a long time ago, your parents or grandparents might have stopped and it would have looked like this. If you go there today, it looks like that. Okay, that's Hawkeye Point. Yeah, so that showed you that. I thought there was something else on here about Hawkeye Point. I must have gotten rid of it. Basically, the thing that I was looking for just said it's just pretty flat land, but it just slowly climbs. That flat land just slowly climbs up until it gets to the highest point in Iowa. Okay, that's all Hawkeye Point. Now, governors. These again are basic facts about Iowa that you need to know. Our current governor is this man, Governor Terry Branstad. He was born, raised, and educated in Iowa. He's a native of Leland, Iowa. And this right here is Leland, Iowa. It's a little town, not much bigger than Newkirk, smaller than Hospers. So that's as small as it is. Really small town, Leland, Iowa. Interesting thing about Governor Branstad is he was Iowa's longest serving governor. Well, you know he's governor right now, but did you know he also was governor between 1983 to 1999? So before you were born, Governor Branstad was governor of Iowa for 16 years. Pretty interesting. After that, he went on to let's see, where is it? He worked at there it is, Des Moines University. And for 6 years he was president of Des Moines University. Decided to run for governor again, and in 2010, January 2010, he launched his campaign, and let's see here, there it is. Won the election in November of that year and sworn into office on January 14, 2011. Became governor again. Has been governor since. So our current governor, Governor Branstad, was governor for 16 years in the 1980s and 1990s and was reelected in 2011. His lieutenant governor, which is Kim Reynolds. Lieutenant governor means the person that would take over just in case Governor Branstad could not perform his duties. Whether, unfortunately, if he died or whether he got sick or in some kind of accident, whatever. Also just really like a right-hand person. somebody who helps out the governor a lot. So lieutenant governor is kind of like the vice president, except it's a governor. Kim Reynolds grew up in St. Charles, Iowa, which is a little bit bigger than Leland, but not much. It's about the same size as Hospers. Here it is right here. You can see it's just a little south and west of Des Moines. Nope, not Leland, St. Charles, Iowa. And she's been lieutenant governor with Governor Branstad since he took office in 2011. One of the biggest things that Lieutenant Governor Reynolds has done is to work with, here it is, something called STEM. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math, and really promoting those things in our schools. If you like doing the Lego kit, Lieutenant Governor Reynolds had a little bit to do with that, and really is stressing that in our Iowa schools. Okay, those are our current governor and lieutenant governor. The person that was governor before Terry Branstad was a man named Chet Culver. Chet Culver was governor from 2007 to 2011, and he was the 41st governor. He actually was not from Iowa. He was from Washington, D.C., moved to Iowa, and then became governor. He was a former teacher. Right now, I'm not real sure what he is doing. I do believe I've read a little bit that he might be interested in running for governor again in the next election, which would be 2014. One more interesting thing is before Chet Culver, there was a man named Tom Vilsack who was governor. He was the 40th. Let's see, I saw it in there. 40th governor from 1999 to 2007. So remember, Governor Branstad was governor from 83 to 99. Then it went to Vilsack, Culver, and then back to Branstad. But Vilsack right now, Tom Vilsack, is actually our United States Secretary of Agriculture, which means he's in charge of helping farmers throughout the whole country right now. And he is the former governor of Iowa. Okay, so there you have it. We've got the high and low points of Iowa. Highest point is Hawkeye Point, near Sibley, on the road up to Minneapolis. Lowest point is near Keokuk, on the other corner of Iowa. And our current governor is Governor Branstad, Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds, former governor Chet Culver. All those things you're going to need to know. See you in class.